The Premier League should be genuinely concerned about Arsenal this season. Despite their incredible 2023-24 campaign, where they broke records for wins, goals and goal difference, they still fell short of the title. But with some key additions and a manager who's pushing boundaries, Arsenal is primed to shake things up. They've got that 2004's The Invincibles DNA, and they might even surpass them. This year could be different. We're not just hyping it up, stats are backing it up. See, if you're an Arsenal fan and just woke up from a coma since 2004, you'd probably think Arsenal's still crushing through the league unbeaten, right? I mean, back then, the North Londoners were a straight-up force, and that legendary unbeaten run? Yeah, it's still unmatched. Whether it was the best Premier League season ever, that's up for debate. But one thing's for sure, Arsenal's 2003-4 squad, the Invincibles, is in a league of its own. Now, Arsenal's got 13 league titles under their belt, including that unbeaten one, plus a record 14 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, 17 FA Community Shields, and even some European silverware with the Cup Winners' Cup and the Intercities Fairs Cup. That makes them the third most successful club in English football. Not too shabby, huh? But here's the thing. Despite all that glory, the Gunners have hit a rough patch over the last decade. After that insane 2003-4 season, things started to dip. Key players left, money got tight, and there were all these managerial changes that just didn't click. Arsene Wenger, the guy who led them to all that success, left in 2018. Then came Unai Emery, and even Freddie Ljungberg had a go, but it just wasn't happening. Now we're 6 seasons deep with Mikel Arteta, and Arsenal's been finishing second for the last 3 seasons. But this year could be different. Arsenal winning the Premier League this season seems like a real possibility, and there are several compelling reasons why they should be feared by every other team. Their potential to lift the trophy stems from both their recent form and their overall progress under Mikel Arteta. However, there's one key factor that stands out above the rest, making their case even stronger. Arsenal had a record-breaking season in 2023-24, securing the most wins, most goals, and best ever goal difference in their Premier League history. Yet, despite these impressive stats, they narrowly missed out on the title, finishing behind the relentless Manchester City. For many connected to the club, it might be easy to feel disheartened, standing in the shadows of a team that has claimed 4 consecutive titles and 6 of the last 7. But Arsenal is only just getting started, and they're determined to improve on last season's success. One of the critical areas Arsenal identified for improvement was the left-back position. Jurrien Timber's knee injury on the opening day of last season was a massive blow. The £34 million signing from Ajax was sidelined for almost the entire campaign, only returning for the final game. This setback forced Arsenal to rotate between Alexander Zinchenko, Jakub Kiwior, and Takehiro Tomiyasu in that position, but the results were mixed. Opponents quickly identified Arsenal's left side as a vulnerability to exploit. The good news for Arsenal fans is that Timber is back, and the club has bolstered the position further with the £42 million acquisition of Riccardo Calafiori from Bologna. Calafiore's versatility, being able to play both as a left-back and a centre-back, offers Arsenal flexibility in their defensive setup. Beyond the left-back position, centre-back William Saliba was one of only 3 Arsenal players to play every minute of last season's Premier League campaign. Mikel Arteta might consider more rotation, especially during the crucial stages of the season, to keep his squad fresh and competitive on multiple fronts. The idea was highlighted by their defeat at home to Aston Villa, which occurred between the 2 legs of their Champions League quarter-final against Bayern Munich, a period where fatigue might have played a role. Arteta's strategy includes working with a slightly smaller group of around 20 outfield players, focusing on maintaining a high level of quality across the squad. Last season, Arsenal used the joint fewest number of players in the Premier League. The club is currently in talks over signing Mikel Merino from Real Sociedad. Merino, who played with a pivotal role in Spain's Euro 2024 triumph, could help ease the workload on Declan Rice in midfield, allowing Arsenal to maintain their intensity across competitions. In terms of attack, Kai Havertz has been a revelation. Initially surprising the club with his ability to play through the middle, Havertz finished the season with 9 goals and 9 assists in Arsenal's final 17 Premier League games. His form has eased the pressure on Arsenal to find a new forward this summer. With Gabriel Jesus returning in promising pre-season form and Leonardo Trossard and Gabriel Martinelli capable of playing centrally if needed, Arsenal's attacking options look solid. Despite Mikel Arteta's remarkable progress, the frustration lies in the fact that Arsenal has only secured 1 FA Cup and 2 Community Shields under his leadership. Unlike the days of Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp and Patrick Vieira, Arteta's squad lacks those established world-class figures. Yet, under his guidance, the team has not only scored more goals but also achieved more wins, even breaking records along the way. To put it into perspective, the legendary Invincibles' 90-point tally wouldn't have been enough to clinch the Premier League title this season. Arteta has cultivated a group of hungry, committed players who are relentlessly pursuing success. Arteta is undoubtedly the best manager Arsenal could have, perhaps only second to his adversary at Manchester City. Were he available, any top club in the world would be eyeing him as their next coach. He remains Arsenal's biggest weapon in their quest for a title. However, there has been some frustration among Arsenal fans, particularly regarding the departure of several promising academy prospects this summer, including Mario Koscielny, Ruel Walters, and Chido Obi-Martin. Arteta has shown a certain reluctance to trust youngsters with first-team responsibilities. In Obi-Martin's case, there are suggestions that financial reasons played a role in his proposed move to Manchester United, but fresh energy could come from two exciting prospects, Ethan Nwaneri and Mars Lewis-Skelly. Nwaneri made history as the youngest ever player to appear in the Premier League in September 2022, at just 15 years and 180 days old. Now 17, he, along with Lewis-Skelly, also 17, has shown promise in pre-season. Both young talents will be eager to seize opportunities to help Arsenal's first team progress this season. On a broader level, sources indicate that Arsenal is taking a more aggressive approach to signing young talent, aiming to bolster the flow of talent from the club's Hale End Academy in the coming years. This could be a game-changer for the future. Interestingly, Arsenal may not even need to surpass last season's 89-point tally to win the title. Arteta has ambitiously spoken about targeting the maximum 114 points possible and working backward from there, a clear reflection of the high standards set by Manchester City. City's 6 title-winning campaigns have seen point totals of 100, 98, 86, 93, 89, and 91. There's every chance City could post a similar total again, making them the rightful favourites heading into the new season. But unlike in previous years, there's more uncertainty surrounding City. The departure of Julian Alvarez and a serious injury to young winger Oscar Bob have left the reigning champions scrambling in the transfer market. Guardiola is also entering the final year of his contract, and City will soon face 115 alleged breaches of Premier League rules, a case that could cast a shadow over their entire season. In contrast, Arsenal finds itself in a more stable and serene situation. Arteta is also in the final year of his contract, but there's a widespread belief that he will sign a new deal. The manager himself hinted at this possibility in an interview earlier this summer. There's a strong sense that the Gunners are still on an upward trajectory, with a young, vibrant squad poised to break new ground. The question now is whether they can turn this potential into tangible success. Time will tell if Arsenal can finally claim the title they've been chasing for so long. Arsenal's determination to build on last season's record-breaking year is clear. They've identified their weaknesses, strengthened key positions, and are considering their options carefully as the transfer window nears its end. With a focused and motivated squad, they are poised to challenge once again and make a serious push for that elusive Premier League title. For over 2 decades, Arsenal has been a thorn in the side of many rival fans. Remember the glory days of Highbury, where Arsenal fans would celebrate with chants about Chelsea's lack of silverware? Those were the times when Arsenal dominated, with moments like Seaman's incredible saves, Winterburn's screamers, and Henry's clinical finishes. It's these memories that show how Arsenal's past success has shaped the narrative of the Premier League. Fast forward to today, and the same Arsenal DNA seems to be making a comeback. The pain and frustration experienced by their rivals during those golden years are set to resurface if Arsenal continues on their current trajectory. The hunger for success, fueled by the disappointments of recent seasons, could be the very catalyst that drives them to Premier League glory this year. Can Arteta and his young squad finally bring the Premier League trophy back to the Emirates? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you think will be the standout player this season? Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more football updates. Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one.